BK is here. Gentlemen, let us talk about the Italian giants, Juventus, the old lady, the team from Turin. So they've got 15 points deducted from them because of some finance. I don't want to get into how, because it's a lot. It's a lot. I all I can say is that me and Pretty can agree this is Morata's fault. Most definitely. So if I can quickly talk about it, okay, yes, Terence.
Sorry to just jump in there, but just to continue the conversation, or to add to the conversation, it's just been a conversation. It's been something that's been going on since early beginning of the year. There have been talks about it. It's got to do with the transfers, the finances, and how they've been dealing with it.
Yeah.
And we didn't expect for them to get this punished to this level, but they just knew that it was going to happen towards the end of the beginning of the year. I was watching one of the football analysis, young guy. His name's Babs 14. I think around March he was already speaking about it, and it was due to that fact of the transfers that are going in and out of Juve, and how the finances is along those lines. But apparently, it was supposed to be not only just a fine, but also the deduction of points. I'm not too sure about the amount of money that they've been charged, but yeah, the points we've all seen and we have already communicated and talked about it. But I don't know about the financial implications. And currently, right now, Juve, as it stands, they are in financial trouble. Because I think it also was leading to the line of how they were. I can be corrected with this. The books was just not matching, and also the transfers it was just not matching. But also they said there's a risk of them losing their plays, but we're not sure because there hasn't been a lot of Juventus players that have been linked with a lot of European clubs, if I may say. So I don't know about the implication and the effect that it's still gonna have on them.
All right. Thank you, Terence. So I don't want to get into the politics of this. We know maybe UEFA might be behind this. My first question is it fair? Because we know that they're not the only ones doing this. It's just that they are doing it all the time. So, BK, is this fair?
I know it was harsh. It was harsh. 15 points. You're basically setting a team up for failure, because for them to get back into the top four, it's going to be a massive challenge. Already in financial trouble. They need Champions League football. Currently, they're playing Europa, if I'm not mistaken, but they need to get back to Champions League football. They need that top four spot. And I feel it was harsh, man. I feel it was harsh. I'm interested to see what other teams are doing and how they will be judged. If the same will be done. Can you imagine a team at the bottom of the league with 15 points and you deduct 15 points and then they have 0?
Negative 0, negative 15.
I think it happened
to the league 15 points.
Rooney's team.
Yeah.
It happened also to Rooney's team. So tough.
Pretty. If they don't deduct the points, as the case is now saying the points is harsh. If they don't deduct the points, we know they're just gonna use that money and sell someone there inflated and just pay the fine. Do you think it was fair?
No, dog. I think it was a sabotage, dog. I think it was a sabotage to the management of Juve. We have seen things have not been going their way this season, actually. But I feel like, why did they wait for Juventus to get there at the top? Actually, you understand?
Yeah.
After they thought so hard, everyone thought that Juventus was back in it. They were like, that you remember you raped my girlfriend that side.
Oh, wow.
Go back and save your 15 years in jail. So
yeah.
So it's painful, man. It's painful, and I saw because they played yesterday. I saw the men how the players are playing. Actually, they're trying to prove a point, and it's painful though. It won't be easy for the team to come back from such a thing, more especially to attract players now during the transfer. Now, so players are gonna be afraid actually that because when things are like this, it's either the team gets banned for 5 years in the transfer, which I think that was gonna be a better solution to ban the
Yeah.
team for a certain number of period in the transfer. Let's say you are not active in the transfer for number of seasons, actually 2 seasons or so forth. But then
Two
the
windows.
risk of FIFA doing that, actually they don't do that anymore, FIFA, because they know that clubs make transfer without FIFA knowing. How they do it, it's through the academy. So what you normally do is that you bring players through the academy. You're not really doing the transfer, but the teams, they pay each other. They tell them this player has a potential, and then he goes through the academy, and then he becomes the senior player. That's how he get promoted. That's a transfer hack, actually. That's how they call it. So a transfer ban was gonna be much better. Taking points though, yo, that's how many games for you? 15 points. Those are so many games though. So
Yeah.
many games. So it's painful. It's painful to see.
But
G, wait, just hold on, Terence.
Yeah, like it becomes, it's harsh, but sometimes you can, well, it's harsh to the players, right? Because remember, at some point, I'm a player, I'm in Italy, I want to play with a club, for a club that is in the top four. I know they will qualify for the Champions League, then they don't quite. Now you deduct points while I know that maybe I just got there or I've been there. I want to play for Champions League football. And also, I think Pretty mentioned it, whereby it will be difficult to attract players. So it's harsh, and it's also harsh for the team spirit and all that. I do hope that Juventus will qualify for the Champions League, though the odds are very low. Because remember, firstly, you have to win all your games. Let's just put it like that. You have to win all your games. And then another thing is, for the teams that are ahead of you,
They must
you
lose.
have to hope that they are going to lose, or at least draw, lose, win once, draw. You see, and you also have to beat them. You see, so it becomes a bit of a challenge. It was very harsh, but I hope that it won't really kill, because I was really hurt. I'm sure I'm the one who sent 2 pictures during the weekend. I was so confused. Like, why did you choose the points? But yeah, it's very harsh. But
Well, Juve will have to win the Europa then. That's the only way. Terence,
I guess, I don't think they're gonna win the Europa, even if they go fast and pray. But anyways, let's leave.
all right. Was it fair?
Honestly, I believe that it was unfair. Honestly, it was. They hit where it hurts. They hit where it hurts. The chance of what you call it, UEFA. So the money, the bags got hit. Also, the opportunity to maybe try win the league. So they really are putting them or using them as an example that if you're gonna be involved in anything that is shady, just know that. And like Juve was an example, and being an example is not nice. That's why I'm gonna leave it.
Pretty. If we don't
Uh
qualify, oh, did you want to
mm,
say something?
yeah, I wanted to say something on that factor actually. I wanted to ask a question to everyone. Do you think that it's more like politics? Because it's more this thing which happened to Juventus, it's more like tax. So everyone owes SARS at some
Mm.
point. Even you at this moment, you owe SARS. If
Yeah, I
SARS
do.
wants to penal beat you, they can at this moment. So are we saying that it's it's tax actually, normally tax FIFA. So are we saying that it's only down to cripple a team, and at some point they want Juventus to be sold at some point, they can do that. Politics, actually, that's what I'm saying, because it's not like Juventus is the only team. Surely Madrid, they do it. Some other team, Chelsea, I you see now I'm wondering now with Chelsea and so forth, you understand.
Mm.
But was it gonna be the same case if Ronaldo was playing there? That's my question.
Was
Because
it going to be the
they'll
same if
say that,
Ronaldo was still playing there?
where they're gonna take those points and say that you guys are not playing Champions League with you, Ronaldo? Was that gonna be the influence?
You see, okay, I don't know if anyone else wants to take it, but like I said, I don't want to touch on the politics of it. But as far as I know, this is UEFA going after Juventus because they're in the Super League. So they went for them to say, Emina, you guys have been going for this Super League. You, Barca, Madrid, what. So let's go for one person and let's see if they will still stay. I'm sure the likes of Barca, Barca where they're sitting right now, they could be very worried. Remember, the president that we had last time, because some of those deals, Pjanic and Ator, they didn't make sense. Understand? Both players come into the team, they don't even play. So if Ronaldo was still there, I think they would have done it, honestly. This was UEFA sending a statement.
Example 1.1.
Yeah. All right, Pretty, then let me throw this question at you, and I'm going to throw it to the rest of the panel. If we don't qualify for Champions League as Juve, we're at number 10. Should I stay as a player? And so just going to be a follow-up question. So everyone just listen to these two questions. If you were given now a shopping basket or a voucher to go pick one player at Juve and put him in your team at United, who would it be?
Can I take two?
Now take one, Pretty. We give you a voucher for one. See black people. Let's see where the problem is.
I was gonna take that boy who I can't pronounce his name. What word Vich? The striker.
Okay.
Yes, the striker actually. I was gonna take him. Man, I feel like certain players are gonna leave. But then Juve is one team whereby they don't let go of players though. They don't let go of players. They know how to negotiate with their players. One thing which I don't understand what's happening, because funny enough, yesterday I did watch their game against was it Fiorentina or something? I don't really remember. The 3-3 draw. I saw so many good players in that team actually, and I thought like I don't know them. Most of them I don't know them though. So I was like, okay, sharp. It does make sense now that okay, they have so many new players in the squad actually, which I don't really know. They kept on bringing new players and then they did deliver. So for me, I feel like the players are not gonna leave in Juve. They're not gonna leave because they know that there are chances that they will win the league, they will win domestic cups. The chances are high actually. You see, going to another team, you're not guaranteed that you're gonna deliver actually, more especially in another league, unless you stay in the same league with a different team.
All right, Terence.
Oh, Dan, thank you so much for the opportunity. Anyways, players, yes, definitely they're gonna leave. It's no bad blood with the team.
Should they?
But no bad blood with the team. But I really believe that players should choose themselves. They should choose their careers. They should look at where do I want to be, which level, where do I want to finish. Yes, Vlahovic went to Juventus because he loved the team and he wanted to be there. Low-key, that's the guy that I want, but his heart is not in the right place. That's the problem. Tonight at Arsenal, we want people that love the team and wants to play for the team. But if I had to pick someone, I'll pick Vlahovic and maybe Di Maria.
All right, G.
It's quite a bit difficult because I do believe that at some point it depends on if the player loves the club. You get me? We are not there for the money. Yeah, obviously you want to play Champions League football, but do you believe that next season we will still be there as long as the team spirit is there? Do you get me? Even from the game Pretty watched yesterday, going on, are we still going to play with that momentum? Yeah, like it depends on even what the coach is saying. But for me, I do believe that some players might leave, but those who love the team, I won't choose any player. Vlahovic is good, but
So you don't want from that shop, G.
You
No.
really have a Haaland. Well, Vlahovic.
All right,
Maria.
BK, last words.
Yeah, no. I think if they end up number 10 or anywhere there, a lot of players will stay because the prestige. It's like Chelsea now, where they are. If they end up where they are now, I believe a lot of players will stay because it's Chelsea and the club has prestige, has history, and people would want to stay and bring it back to its former glory. So a lot of players for me would stay, I feel, at Juve. In terms of picking a player, Juve, Kesha, I don't think there's a
Pogbanyana.
come on. I'm good. I'm good. We need a center forward. Vlahovic is or maybe Chiesa. They are the obvious choices. Maybe Di Maria for a second stint at United. But yeah, other than that,
No, nothing much. All right,
Right.
gentlemen, I think that's it from my side. You guys can join us on Thursday when it's going to be debate day. Until Champions League, maybe we'll see how we do when the Champions League comes back. Of course, on Thursday, we are going to finish our debate on if Hurricane's career has been a successful career so far. And then I think I'm going to put what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to YouTube on the last video, which is this video. I'm going to put the topics that we already have and the ones that were brought up today. And then I think people will decide which one we actually are going to talk about. So we're going to go with Conte should stay at Spurs. BK has already brought up the goalkeeper debate in the Barclays Premier League and what's going on. Why some are weak now, why some are coming up. And we actually had a nice debate on Sunday about who is the next GOAT of football. But I want to look for the next word for GOAT now because I feel like we're going to overuse it. And of course, me and Terence were talking about mid-table teams and why they interchange. They're not always consistent. So I will explain that. But in anyways, BK, highlight them.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. If you like our content, please subscribe, please like, please leave a comment if you want to see anything. Other than that, weekend of football has come and gone. United, ade bafetu. Chiefs, ade bafetu. Otalo. Well done to Barca, well done to Madrid, well done to the big teams, well done to Arsenal. Let's see what this weekend of football comes for us, guys. See you on Thursday. Allah.
Away.